Russo, Jason, and Bachi. So I just looked at this out on the phone and it looked a little bit different on the phone, but I wanted to make this video for you guys, okay? So if you look at the Discord information, this is just going to confirm that, all right? Here I could see now, I have got bad eyesight, so I couldn't see these wicks from outside, but this would be your ground floor, right? You were trading in the upper 50% of the range, right? But you had a big green bar, and big green bars typically don't work leading up to resistance. You know what it is? On the phone, I think I had the 1 minute chart on because of the compression. Yeah, that's what it was. So either way, let's go back to the 2 minute because this is an excellent trade. All right, and let's look at it. So let's open it up so you can see it. Okay, we put our line on top of the candles. We had our first bar close above that line. All right, this would have been a risky trade because we had this big bar. All right, so it would have been a risky trade, but it would have been a trade you could have took, because if you look at the measurement from the ground floor to here, let's use a line so we could get an exact measurement, okay? So from the ground floor up to here, where that candle was, now that moved. That's about the 50% way mark. Is it 50%, 100%? No, but you're not starting from the ground floor with a big bar taking out everything, right? This bar took out everything to the left of it, right? It took out all these bars to the left of it. So you could have took this trade, put your stop below this bar, because your order, remember, let's open this up. Your order, right, just what we talked about this morning. If you had your order ready to buy, you could have put your order right there, right above that green bar, and then you would put your stop right here. That is a great risk to reward, right? Now, let's go look left, because what I didn't do out there was look at the pre-market low. So let's see if there is a pre-market low or if there's anything here to the left. No, and there's nothing there, okay? Nothing at all. So that's when you would put a tight take profit, all right? So the take profit on this, again, you're not looking to get rich. Let me get rid of this in case price comes down here real quick. All right, you're not looking to get rich. So your entry would have been, here. Your stop loss would have been here. You could have put your take profit, I don't know, $4 or $5 up, right? Somewhere in this area. If you took, and I would not have went personally big on that trade. I would have took it and set it up just like we talked about, but I wouldn't have went big because, again, we have nothing but space to the left of us, right? We don't know where our resistance is. The only resistance right now that we have to the left of us, right? Let's go ahead and mark that off. Let's go back. Let's put this on a 15 minute and see if we can find something. Yeah, so the only resistance we have is already marked off. All right, so that's where you're looking. That's where price will want to go if it continues the uptrend. All right, that's where price is going to want to go. Remember, price always has a direction. Okay, price is looking to go somewhere. So now that we broke that trend, this is where price wants to go. Okay, now we're going to make new areas. Okay, let's make new areas real quick. So we're going to put our support down here. This is going to become resistance. We didn't do any of this morning. Shame on me. All right. This is going to be resistance, and I don't even know if those are applicable anymore, but I'm just going to leave them for the sake of the video. So now, right, what do I always tell you guys? Price likes to make these numbers, right? The market likes to make measured moves, okay? Right now, we have a measured move that already played out, okay? Our measured move. So there's one leg. Here's your second leg, right? And we actually could have used that for that trade, okay? But that's besides the point. So now we have another measured move to the downside. All right? Are we going to come back down? And look where that measured move would come. All right? And this is the importance of measured moves, and we haven't talked too much about them, but look where that comes. It comes right up here. That was resistance, right? Resistance now became support. So if you were looking to short this would be a measured move to the downside. But now we also have this area right here, which has become support. So to get that measured move, right, I would be more interested in looking for the continuation up to resistance. All right, and then we could look at this as two legs with a bigger move, right? So if we go one leg, two leg, now look at that measured move. Look how perfect this leg and this leg are to the upside, right? Is it just gonna do the test and then shoot off, or are we gonna finish this measured move? Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you guys real quick. All right, I was asking you to take a trade. That would have been a good trade with a reason to take it. Okay, what was your reason? This big bar, this bar cleared everything to the left. This bar broke out. Your entry would have been here with your stop loss here. If it didn't work, okay, we could have spoke to it, right? We could speak to entering that trade, and that's what matters, right? You had a reason to take that trade. And that's all I want from you guys is I want a reason. Why did you take that trade? What convinced you to take that trade? What information did you gather to take that trade? Okay? Now, a lot of people would have looked at the RSI and said, "Oh my goodness, we're oversold. You know, I'm not taking that trade," right? And then look what happens. Okay, that's why I said I don't really use the RSI too much, right? I personally don't use it because I know what I'm looking for without it, right? So if you were using the RSI, that might have scared you to take that trade. And if that was your answer of why you didn't take that trade, that would have been an excellent answer. You could have said, "Hey, I didn't take that trade because the RSI was extremely oversold at the time," right? And that would have been a great answer. So then I would have said, "Okay, good answer, I like it, but why didn't you take the retracement trade," right? You could have took this trade right here. You could have took that bar. You could have put your stop loss here, and you would have won. You wouldn't have got taken out of that trade. Okay, so these are the kind of things I'm looking for from you guys. All right, all I want is a reason why or why not you didn't take a trade. Okay, so here's the lesson for today, right? That was a great lesson. If anybody took that, or if anybody didn't, you had a reason to. You had a reason to take it, and you had a reason not to take it, especially as a new trader. Okay? And if you didn't see this one, don't worry about it. We haven't really discussed that in depth like I'm focusing on taking these trades with you. All right? So now you just got a lot more information in this one short little video, and I hope it furthers your knowledge and understanding of what we're looking for. All right? And we've talked about the measured moves. Okay, we've talked about them, but I haven't really incorporated them yet. Why? Because I said I want to teach you one strategy at a time. All right? There's so much for you guys to learn, and once you learn them, you can't unlearn them. It's going to be your bread and butter. All right? It becomes second nature to you. You know, if you went and you worked for Amazon, your first day, you would be like, "How in the world did anybody do this?" Right? You got all the machines, all the buttons, all all the technology, right? If you went into an airplane cockpit and you looked at an airplane cockpit today, right? You wouldn't know what to do. You wouldn't know what buttons to do, right? But as your experience grows, guess what? You'll be sleeping on the flights and you're the pilot, right? Because you're so comfortable with all the instruments on the plane, you're not worried about the plane falling out of the air without you, right? And if it does, the second you wake up because you hear doot, 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 you know exactly what buttons to push, right? Trading's no different. Once you learn it and you get it and you understand it, you can never unget it. And that is the beginning of your becoming a very, very wealthy trader, all right? Very, very wealthy. And I don't want to use that term with you guys because I don't want you guys to start thinking like, you know, the gurus are trying to sell you all this garbage. That's not going to come right away. That comes with time. All right? Behind every consistently profitable professional trader, they were once a losing trader. The difference that separates them from everybody else is they never gave up and they stared at these charts for 8 hours a day. They never left their desk. They stared. They wanted to know why they were losing. They started seeing patterns. They started understanding, and they never gave up. All right? I'm here to cut that time to a fraction, but you have to listen to what I'm telling you. You have to listen to what I'm teaching you. That's why I'm so adamant on doing the same thing every day, right? Because doing it every day, focusing on one strategy, you're going to learn it. And once you learn it and you see it, you're going to act on it, okay? I'm like yelling right now. I'm so excited. But that's the way that I am. I love what I do. I love trading. This is the only job in the world where you can come to work on Monday and be excited, right? On Friday, you're like, Friday is like everybody else's Monday, right? You're like, dang it, man. What am I going to do with my time this weekend, right? You don't look forward to the weekends, right? Traders love Mondays. Even the losing traders, because they just think that Monday that they're going to be rich. Like they're told by all the gurus, right? But after a few months, they lose their joy of Mondays. If that makes sense, all right? So, looks like we're going to be making that measured move, guys. All right? Looks like we're going to be making that measured move. Remember, the market likes to move in 2s or 3s, okay? But once you get this pattern down, you're not going to be able to unsee it. You're going to be looking at ranges and you're going to be waiting and you're going to get excited like I was this morning, and you're going to want to record it, and you're going to be all ready to get on a live with us and be like, I took this trade at 7:30 and I won! I had another energy drink today. I got to quit those things. That's 2 in 2 days. All right? But that's where I want you guys. I want you guys to wake up, chart your chart, get ready to trade, and just wait for the opportunity to come to you, right? Don't trade in the no trade zone. Mark off your high. Mark off your low. Wait until you're in the top 50%. Wait for that first bar to close. Look left, enter, stop loss, take profit, and we'll move on to the next strategy. God bless y'all.